Every day, women are making the choice. The choice to take control over their lives, to spend time with the ones they love most, to have real independence and a better quality of life.
I don't see any limit to this. You can earn as much as you want.
I think that it's for anyone.
So this is something that can fit right in with anyone's lifestyle.
Just so easy to sell.
Millions of women from all over the world, just like you, have found peace, security, and freedom by building their own businesses. They have turned their lives around and become truly independent and truly empowered.
I've pretty much achieved all my goals.
You can make your goals become a reality if you're willing to work for it.
It's been easy, it's been fun. I think a lot of my neighbors still don't think I work.
It's a great business opportunity for women that want the freedom to live life on their own terms.
What is their secret? A company called Avon. Avon, the company for women. One of the world's largest companies, whose products are instantly recognized all over the world, has become the premier opportunity for independence in the 21st century. And in the next few minutes, we are going to show you a system that is already in place. The training, the tools, and everything you need to become successful. And it's all waiting for you.
The structure is very good.
Now's the best time to get in. They have all the tools, they have all the training.
And I wanted something that we could do that was fun, that would also bring in money.
Founded in 1886, Avon started life as the California Perfume Company, selling quality makeup and perfume, empowering women before women even had the power to vote. And today, there are more than 4.4 million independent Avon representatives worldwide, serving customers in more than 140 countries, offering over 2,000 high-quality products, including cosmetics, skincare, fragrances, jewelry, and even clothing to countless satisfied customers. Avon is, first and foremost, a world-class beauty company.
Avon is a household name. Everybody knows Avon in one aspect or another.
The products are fabulous.
It's so easy to sell because it sells itself.
When you wear your business, of course, it's gonna sell.
When people use the products, they're gonna be a customer for life.
And as our quality product line has grown, so has the unique earning opportunity at Avon. It is our passion, empowering women with personal growth, leadership, and economic independence. Creating more time with our family and friends, a secure financial future, and a connection with other women. And it's all possible at Avon through our simple system of selling and servicing customers and recruiting, motivating, and training others to do the same thing.
To be in charge of my own business and running my own business, that would be a far-fetched idea. Whereas now it's not. It's reality.
Being your own boss is really great because you run the show. You set your hours, you can work the long days, you can work the short days.
When you build a business like we're building here with Avon, it's your business. It gives me an opportunity to build a business without the tremendous overhead that you would have if you build a typical business.
And no matter what your age, race, or education level, there is an opportunity at Avon for you. Either by simply sharing Avon's high-quality products as a sales representative, or for the ultimate in freedom and entrepreneurship by introducing others to the benefits of selling for Avon, and building and mentoring your own downline of representatives through our fantastic career program. It's your choice, because Avon is all about choices.
It's the freedom.
The freedom of having the time to do what you want.
I did well right from the start, and it just grew and grew and grew.
Perhaps your goal is to earn an extra few $100s per month, to pay off some bills, or to save up for something special. Or maybe you are looking for more, to achieve financial independence and a secure future on your terms. Either way, the choice is yours and the time is now. If you are ready to break free of the status quo, to be your own boss and truly take control of your life, take the next step.
Everyone can do this.
This opportunity allows anyone to become an Avon representative and succeed if they want to put the effort into it. Because you're your own business owner, you can come and go as you need to.
You can be your own boss. You can manage your time. You can have your own schedule.
It gives you the freedom to be in control of your own income.
At Avon, we show you what to do. We lead you every step of the way. And we make it easy to get started with one of the lowest startup fees in the entire direct sales industry.
In leadership, you're training people, and it gives you a lot of extra knowledge so that you can share that with them and get them started off on the right foot.
Once you get started in leadership, you have a mentor.
People see how happy I am in general, and they want to know what I do.
Think about it. When you are the boss, your ability to choose changes life dramatically. You choose when you want a pay raise. You choose when you work, what time you get up, what you wear. You choose, not someone else.
You know, everything about working for yourself is about freedom. You get to choose.
Avon is just a neat opportunity.
Personally, I think everybody should sell Avon. I just totally believe in the products, I believe in the opportunity, and I think everybody can fit it into their life.
Avon has made my dreams come true. Without Avon, I would not have any of this, just working a normal $7.50 an hour job.
Avon, the company that understands the needs of women through products, services, and self-fulfillment. An opportunity that is waiting to be proven by you.
This is easy. You can do this, and you can make money.
It's a great, reputable company.
Great business because it allows you to have a life. You determine your pace. You determine how much you want to sell, how little. You basically determine how successful you want to be.
Being able to be free to do what and where I want to.
You have absolutely nothing to lose. What you put into the business, you will get out of it. So if you have a dream, or you have something that you think is not a possibility, it's very possible, and let Avon work with you to realize that those dreams can be a reality.
It's an opportunity that you can absolutely change your lifestyle.
Avon. Talk to the person who gave you this DVD. Get your questions answered, and then find out about the powerful change Avon can have on your life.
I'm Teddy Davies, and I've been with Avon for 28 years. Just totally amazed that I have made it to this point. I was in a difficult situation. I was in not a happy marriage, and I really wanted to find a way to build my way out of it. I was really looking for a way to make some of my own money that I didn't have to answer for. I could use for my daughter and I to do things we wanted to do. I answered an ad in the newspaper saying something you could do from the home. I was not an Avon customer personally, but I thought, everyone's heard of Avon, let me give this a try. I was totally open-minded. I was ready to find a way to make this work. And if it meant hard work, that's what I would do. My first goal was to sell $100, and that happened pretty easily, and I thought, this is easy, we can do this. My daughter and I strolled the neighborhood. We put the books out, hung them on the door, and snuck away and hoped people would call because I was not very outgoing. I did not want anyone to answer the door. So it was it really worked for itself. And then as I grew and rang doorbells, of course it grew also. Won division awards for sales, top in the district, you name it. I mean, it was there. I wasn't really looking to remarry and accidentally ran into John, and it was one of those soulmate we knew immediately. And he fit right into our lifestyle. The girls loved him from day one. He was so supportive in my work. He's my #1 warehouse, moving, unloading, loading.
Management, labor. And it's a very good working relationship.
It's a real good combination.
If anyone could work that hard and be that dedicated to anything, you'd certainly want to be supportive of them. It was hard for me as a person that had not come through the company to really understand how far it could go and how big it could get and how successful you could become.
I was actually a top seller for about 10 or 12 years before I really went full force into the leadership side of it. I sold at the President's Council level, which is about $75,000 to $120,000. Then I went to the convention in Orlando, and I realized, I needed to change my ways a little bit. I would stay with my sales, but I would go out now and really concentrate on the leadership side, because I could see that's where the money was. I like to be able to show my downline the sales are easy. I love seeing my unit leaders progress. It is so rewarding to see them make money, and I want them to make as much money as me. You watch them grow. They're training, they're learning new recruiting methods, coming out of their shells. It's amazing to see. Once they get out there and start making some sales, and you show them how to build on sales, they get excited, and you can just show them the places to go, the things to do. They feel that success. Since we've gone with the downline manager in the last few years, it has made life so much easier because you can monitor your group, you can see your sales, you can see your no orders, your hold orders. It's the best tool they've ever given us. I work a lot of hours, but I always tell my husband I play as hard as I work, and I do. We take a long Christmas vacation. We take a spring break the same way, at least a week to 10 days. We take a long summer break. We have been on so many trips with Avon. We have so many memories. We've made a lot of friends. We've had cruises, Alaska. The trips have been fabulous. It's made me able to do things for my kids I would not be able to do. My son turned 17. He's got a almost brand new PT Cruiser. I was able to take my parents for their anniversary to Las Vegas. That was one of the best things I've ever been able to do, and I could not have done that without my earnings. Being your own boss is really great because you run the show.
If you're going to commit to it, you can't straddle the fence. It is time consuming, there's a great deal of work, and there's a great deal of work at home, which you simply have to accept as part of it. But if you use that to bring you closer and to work closely with someone that you love, then it works out very, very well.
It's mind-boggling. I never would have believed it.
My name is Sarah Phillips, and I'm a Senior Executive Unit Leader with Avon. I am in President's Club and a Certified Beauty Advisor. My success comes from my mother. Since I was about, I'd say, 8 years old when my mom first started. She would pay us like $5 to go and pass out the books on the doors, and we got a kick out of it. We'd all get in the car and pass out books and then go get a bag of potato chips and soda, and it was actually like family time when we would do the Avon too. When can you go to work and actually work with your mom and your sister? You can't do that in a normal job. So it's wonderful that you can work at your home. I can be here when Jeffrey goes to school. I can be here when my son gets home from school. So it's wonderful that it's all family-based and we can all work together.
That 1, 2, 3 game? Yeah. Wow, that sounds fun.
The challenges of being a single mom is trying to be there for your kids, trying to raise them the right way. You always want to be there, see what they're doing. Doing the Avon, you're able to be home with your children.
So it's, you know, it works hand in hand. You're still getting a paycheck and also still getting, you know, to be around your children, so you know your children.
I'm always gonna do the Avon. You know, that's my main thing. But, you know, I always wanted to do something else, you know, something like a hobby. I've always loved horses. So that's when I went down to Tampa Bay Downs and got a job as a vet assistant. Then I was able to work with the horses. So very slowly, you know, started saving. And then I think on my 20th birthday, I was actually able to get my first thoroughbred, which was Remington. So that's the first thing I was able to do with my Avon bonus check, and that was the first thing I did. Since then, I've gotten my 4 other horses, and 3 of them are thoroughbreds, and then 1 is the quarter horse. They race throughout the racing season here in Tampa, and then when the season closes here, they go up to New Jersey or to Boston or to New York, and they all race up there.
The only reason why I can spend time with my horses is because I'm my own boss. I can make time for them, you know, and then in the afternoons go back to doing the Avon, or you know, do the Avon in the morning and then go see my horses in the afternoon. So Avon's made it possible that I can actually spend time with my horses. And Avon's made it possible for me to even get my horses.
I think people think it's more complicated than what it is. It's actually very simple, because a lot of people are outgoing and they could do leadership, but they kind of maybe underestimate themselves. You know, if you take the time during your appointment to show them how easy that it is, I think they'd have more people grab at it. Take out your phone and look in your phone book. You know, just look at the names there. I guarantee you, you've got 2 or 3 people there that could sell Avon and do the leadership. They're just as outgoing as you are, and you don't even have to be outgoing, but you know, they can talk to people and, you know, just share the opportunity. If you look in your phone book in your phone, you'll find a couple of people there. Avon has made my dreams come true. Without Avon, I would not have any of this. Avon's really made everything come true for me. So that's why I try to tell other people, you know, I'm 23 and look at what I have because of Avon. Why don't you let me teach you how to make your dreams come true?
Welcome to my home in Mesa, Arizona, and this is my family, the Schnellys. I started selling Avon in 1987, and I was a stay-at-home mom. I had 2 children, and I really had no job experience. I have no education past high school, and I had worked before I had children for a couple years as a sales clerk at a drugstore, and that was it. And so Avon was perfect for me because it was a way for me to have a little business of my own and a career and no experience.
We met in junior high, and I just saw her one day and realized that that's going to be a good lady. I've got to hook up with that one. So I kept harassing her, and she didn't like me at that point in time. So
it was delightful, really. And he kind of grew on me. You know, after this went on for several months, all of a sudden I fell for him hard, and that's when it all started. In the early days, I didn't want to be away from my family. I didn't want to punch a time clock. I didn't want to be told when I could go to the bathroom, when I could have lunch. I just wanted to be myself. And the Avon business really allowed me to be me.
At the beginning, I thought it was nice. It gave her something to do. She got out of the house, and then she started to get a little more serious about it. And she would come home and say, I sold $200. I made $200 today. And being a male skepticism, I said, no, you didn't make $200 today. You only made $100. Now, did you give any discounts? Yes. Well, that comes off of the $100 that you made. Did you take the kids out? Yeah.
In other words, he negatively motivated me for many years, and he really didn't take my business seriously until I started making as much money as he was, and then I was making more money than him. And now he loves it all of a sudden. And I heard someone from Avon say that usually the husbands don't like to be involved in the business until it's time to manage the money, and then all of a sudden they're really enthused, and that's kind of what happened to us. The first year that I was in Avon, 1987, I think I sold like $19,000 or something like that. But every year it grew and grew and grew, and this last Avon cycle I sold just under $300,000 in Avon products. And as a recruiter in Avon, I've been able to make a six-figure income off of the people that are selling under me. So I mean, my income is staggering for a person that has no formal education or training or anything like that. And I've actually kind of surprised myself. It's kind of like having your cake and eating it too, because I have a nice income, I drive a nice vehicle, I have a nice home, but yet I don't sacrifice anything. I don't sacrifice my husband, my children, my family. You know, I can just kind of do my own thing, and that's what I've really liked about it. I had my biggest fans in my children, because in the early days, they were believing everything that I had to say, and being an eternal optimist, I would say, you know, we're gonna be rich, we're gonna be rich. Well, they just assumed that it was true, and I was having fun every day, and he wasn't. And then he'd look at me like, you know, and I think that he tried to...
You come home happy, and I come home with problems
yeah,
and
so
mad.
I think he'd try to like bring me down to his level, and my business just wasn't the same as his.
The main feeling I have today is I'm so proud of my wife, of what she's accomplished. And it's changed the whole family's life, and Avon is just a neat opportunity. Coming from being a sole proprietor in a construction business, which is very risky, I love this. There is no risk with Avon. Avon's one of those, it's got such a great reputation.
Instead of people being like, you know, they always say, Avon, I love Avon. My grandma used Avon, my mother sold Avon. It has a lot of good feelings attached to it. I found that a lot of Americans have given up on dreaming. Their only concern is paying their bills, working, paying their bills, and they don't even hope for anything more. We love each other more now than we ever have, more than we did when we got married. And all the opportunities that we've had to travel together, we've actually gotten to know each other again, because a lot of times with husbands and wives, when you have young children, you get kind of disconnected. And I think Rodney felt like it was me and the kids and him. And I think the reason he was mean in the beginning is I really think he was jealous. I mean, I think he was jealous of my lifestyle, but he didn't see how he could ever be a part of it. And now he's just finally getting a chance to do some of the things that he's always wanted to do. And now that he's part of our group, you know, having good days, he's happy and thrilled.
I just find it to be true and cute that you know, she's done so well that she kind of took the criticism that I gave her, and she turned it around into positive. You know, I shouldn't have been so negative to her, and she took the positive and turned it around, and has really turned into something that she's kind of pushed in my face and said, hey, I did this, it works.
Yeah.
Back when I started with Avon, when I was 19, 20 years old, I was extremely shy. I wouldn't talk to my shadow. I would go to work, I would come home, I would, you know, spend time with my son, and that was it. We were average family. We were the average family. I never looked at myself as a business person. I was a secretary in a high school. And, you know, I came home and that was it. That was life. But now I realize that I have been empowered to go out and dress differently. I have a different outlook on life, and I realize that those dreams that I see they're not just dreams anymore, they're realities. I knew that if I went to Avon, that I could have a home-based business. I needed nobody to care for my son. I could work my own hours, be my own boss, and the earning opportunity was totally up to myself. I bought myself gorgeous Santa Fe, which was the ultimate for me. I drove a little Honda Civic. That was the way we got around. I never dreamed of having this beautiful SUV in my driveway. And then last August, my husband, my son, and my mom, we amalgamated to this beautiful 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom dream house. You know what? I couldn't have done this where I was. Avon has helped me do this. It's my positive attitude and my dream to keep wanting better that I have all of this, so anybody can do this. Anybody with motivation, desire, and dedication and hard work, anyone can do what I have. And when I think of where I'm going to be, I think I'm at the top of my game now. But now I can see, okay, I have a vision of where I'm going. I have a plan of what I have to do. I know what I have to do on a weekly basis. I know that no matter where I go, I have to speak to people, hand out business cards, put up flyers, and prospect. Because I know that I have to appoint 3 to 5 a week to continually build this dream that I have. Because it's taken me 3.5 years to get to where I am. And like I said, when I started, I only wanted my 5. But then it just naturally took place, and I keep building. I have built this empire that is just continually growing. And once you give it a try, once you allow the opportunity to sink in, and you say, okay, I'm going to try this, it's amazing what you can do. That's the beauty of Avon. You work at your own pace. And I look forward to where I will be in 3.5 years, because I can't think it can get any better than this, but yet Avon keeps proving me wrong. It just keeps getting better and better.
Well, I used to work full-time as a secretary and became very unhappy with my full-time job. My boss was mean to me, so I decided I'd give my 2-week notice, found a part-time job, and started selling Avon part-time. So after 6 months, I let my part-time job go and was full-time with Avon. I just loved it. I told my husband in the beginning, if it does not work out, at least I had a great time in the beginning. And still today, after almost 13 years, I'm still having a good time. We moved around a few times with the military, and I just transferred my business with me and continued. I really, truly enjoyed it. And the big benefit of that was that I could move and not have to start all over in a job search. So even if you move around, this is something that works. So this is something that can fit right in with anyone's lifestyle. When I first started, Jessica, my daughter was 7 years old, and she's been by my side the whole time. You know, from stamping the books throughout the years, her responsibilities, always there to help me, always interested in what I'm doing, and the time that we've gotten to spend together. Today, she's a representative, a unit leader. She helps me with my business, my administrative assistant. So she's in college. You know, she sees the potential, not the, it's not just pocket change. This is a full-time plus income that you can earn with this business. I think that her knowing that she can do whatever she wants to do, my hope is that she wants to do what I'm doing, but she knows that from nothing, you can have everything. And I think that's probably the most important thing that anyone out there can know is if you decide that you want to accomplish something, even if it's not Avon, it could be another business, it could be, climbing Mount Everest. It's just a matter of you deciding and going for it. And I think her knowing that is so important. So when I'm gone one day, she can continue and have a very fulfilling life. Empowering women would mean the ability to help other people earn money out of their own homes or wherever they choose to, when they choose to, allowing them to have the power to take whatever it is that they want and make it happen, business-wise or personally, believing in themselves that they have that power within themselves.
I lived in a little town of less than 5,000 people. There were not that many opportunities, and I loved direct sales. I started selling cards when I was 13, door to door, to get a watch. So it was in my blood, but there's not that many opportunities in the town where I live. So Avon was the one opportunity that would allow me to do what I wanted to do, to own my own business, be my own boss, and make more money than my husband. I was looking to just earn extra money along with the other things I did because I wanted to stay home and raise my children. at least until they were in the 1st or 2nd grade. My husband worked 3 jobs and I worked 5 so that I could stay home. And what I would do is when he got home, then I could go, do my jewelry parties or whatever. And we did that so that we could give the boys things that we didn't have, and also have pay for our new house that we were building and have a mortgage-free home. I have a fleet of Chrysler vehicles. I have a Chrysler Town and Country Limited. I bought my husband a truck, a Dodge Dakota Quad Cab, and I also bought him a turbo PT Cruiser. So I feel like I have a fleet of cars. I love diamonds, and I had diamonds before I came to Avon, but I have a lot more now. I furnished both my boys' houses when they married. Educated them through Avon. And I've been in Avon so long, I just can't imagine life without it. And I just love it. It's enhanced my life. My life, being a baby boomer, my life got real challenging. And since I've been in leadership, I've had to take care and have lost my dad. My grandmother, my maternal grandmother that I'm very close to. I've lost my in-laws, who my husband and I have taken care of. In 1999, I had to have 13 kidney surgeries, so had I been working, that would have been rough. Then in 2000, my oldest son got sick, and he passed away July the 1st of 2002. So to say that leadership's been a godsend is putting it mildly, because I could not have held on to a job with all that going on in my life. And just the weekend, my mother has Alzheimer's, so I have to go home, put her in a personal care home. So it's a wonderful opportunity for me because it allows me to live along with earning money. Great earning opportunity for those people that are willing to show up for work. So I just try to share the opportunity everywhere I go, every day, anywhere, anyhow, anyway. It offers me a chance to empower women that may not otherwise have an opportunity to pull themselves up from where they've been. So it's very close to my heart for that reason. It's a great business opportunity for women that want the freedom to live life on their own terms.
I'm the oldest of 6 siblings and very independent. All of my life, I wanted to go to medical school, be a doctor. I had followed my dad around and knew that that's what I wanted to do. So I went to school, went to college, and when I started school, I made a commitment to pay my way through school. I did that through scholarship and random jobs. But one of the first things was helping my mom sell Avon. And I was the orderer. I placed all the orders online.